The woke media meltdown has been absolutely glorious to watch, and the clip that we're about to show here might be the worst one out of all of them, and Steven Crowder absolutely annihilates them for what they're about to say right here. Let's get into this clip of Steven Crowder absolutely destroying these woke idiots that are melting down because of Donald Trump's victory in the 2024 presidential election.
Exceedingly well.
It's easy to blow this off. Oh, look at the elites. They're going to get their comeuppance. It's not the elite that's going to pay the price. It's people who woke up this morning with a dream and are going to bed with a nightmare.
So I worry not about myself, actually. I don't worry about my station in life. I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher. I worry about my children's future, especially my daughter, who now has less rights than I have.
So you asked,
right.
Are there any places that the
this one's great.
is
Listen.
overperforming Joe Biden
This is the
2020?
best one.
So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing? Literally not one penny?
By 3% or more.
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives. People that he
Glad you get it.
affiliates closely with and strongmen abroad, in regimes like that, it is not uncommon to jail political dissidents.
You don't say. Take up
You don't say.
Yeah.
like 2020?
This is
Jack
the
Smith
world
is
that
dropping
we very
charges?
realistically may be entering.
I'm obviously very disappointed.
Obviously.
I'm very sad. I was
You're
at
welcome
the
for your
Kamala
weight
Harris
loss.
headquarters yesterday in Washington, and it was a very sad scene. The mood turned immediately.
They wore, no joke, you probably know this at this point, but The View all wore black in mourning.
Did they really?
They wore black in mourning.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
What they wear in the evening? No.
Like they were.
I would have come out draped in nothing but the flag. Like,
Death of their credibility.
Whoopi looked like she was in Sister Act 14.
Yes, exactly. Just see her teeth and eyes.
You see this? This is okay. So let's get into it. We do have some data here, and this is the full picture of all the data we have available.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
The
Right,
big
lady?
picture, as they say.
The big picture, yes.
We are a serious news organization.
We are a serious news.
I can tell by the fucking video machine behind.
Yes.
well, everybody likes to have a good time, Nick.
Yes. Even those who
Oh,
work,
for
by
the
the way,
love of
worked very,
God.
very tirelessly. We appreciate it. So here's the thing. This is, let me set the stage here. This was a very resounding rejection of the Democrat Party and the ideals. Right, the margins not only were significant in these swing states, but we were even going through some of this math. You may not know this. New York is just as much of a swing state as Florida and as Texas, because the margin by which Kamala won New York was not any more than Donald Trump won Florida or Texas. So when people say these are deep red, well, hold on a second. You're talking about within 15 points in places like New York, within about 5 points in Virginia, only a single-digit points in Minnesota, right? Then you would have to say, okay, these are swing states, because you're seeing
Jersey.
across Jersey, with single digits, across the board, everywhere. So spoiler alert, whether it's young voters, whether it's female voters, whether it's Latino voters, whether it's black voters. Now, this doesn't mean that Donald Trump has won these demographics, but he has made big gains with every single one. One exception, college-educated white women. I have that right in the brain?
Actually, every single white group he lost support against.
Oh, that's right.
Lost support with. Mostly amongst college-educated white
What does
women.
that tell you about what they're being taught?
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're losing their support from on behalf of the blacks who are gaining. So he's gaining support.
Correct.
So the white people are they're doing it as voluntary, as a tribute, to the Hispanics.
It's reparations.
We don't want to.
It's absolutely ridiculous, by the way, because the entire woke media, that's what they're taking out of it. They're looking at the demographics of people, the color people's skin, what's between their legs, whatever. And they're saying, oh, it must be that the people who voted Republican this time around are just stupid, because look at this. Donald Trump lost support among educated white women. Educated, number one, does not mean intelligent. I don't need to go through the whole spiel again, but educated does not equate to intelligence. It just doesn't. If you look at, a lot of the richest people in the world right now, they didn't even graduate college. Most of the people who do get rich don't go to college, because college teaches you how to get a normal job, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you're just not going to get crazy rich with it. It teaches you how to get a normal job and puts you massively in debt if you don't have a scholarship. It's pretty stupid, in my opinion, to go to college. I'm pretty anti-college just in general. And then you add onto the top of that it's a propaganda camp. It says, like Steven Crowder just said, it says more about what they're being taught in college than it does about them just being educated in general. It's because, not because the more educated you get, the more left-leaning you go, but the more that you go to indoctrination camps, the more indoctrinated you become, the more left-leaning that you go. People don't hire right-wing college professors anymore, because if they're a right-winger, they're not going to make it known. If they do make it known, they're going to get fired or never hired in the first place. Whereas left-wingers, it's encouraged. It's actually a bonus. If you're a lunatic left-winger, if you have blue hair and a septum piercing and you hate America, it's a bonus for you to get hired as a college professor. So it says much more, like Steven Crowder said, about what they're being taught in colleges versus the fact that they're just educated in general.
Reparations.
We don't want our white supremacy authoritarian, because
Absolutely.
that's not good.
Well, you don't know. You all know better, so I'm going to help you out.
Antonio Brown, the craziest football player ever to play.
Yeah.
Black as they get. Nuts. I
love
don't
him.
know if I can say it. Can I quote him what he said with his tweet?
No.
I don't know.
Just guessing by knowing Antonio Brown, probably not.
Well, but all right. It's I don't want to hurt the program.
You can let me guess.
He just called Trump. It was just, it made me laugh. So,
allow it. I have no problem with it.
NIGGA, and again, it's him saying it.
Yeah, he does this thing. He has an N-word of the day. He's a cracker of the day. He's a
Right.
beaner of the day. Or he does this.
Oh no, I'm from Boston. We don't.
That's right. That's true.
Technically, he did.
You guys can't tell.
That's the only reason people think they're less racist than they are.
I got to use that in my act. Write that down.
Someone's like, no, they're trying to explain it. It's "ga," not "g." They're like, it's not "gr." That's what I'm saying, "ga." Oh, I get it. You're from Rhode Island. Okay, we'll just say you're not racist. Why would you say that? All right.
It's your racist cousin from Boston, Tommy.
They're so racist. It's so blue, but they're so racist.
Yes.
I think it's the most racist state in the union,
Why do
possibly.
you say that? That is so. Boy, I've been having this discussion for thousands. What's more? Let me see. Who's more in danger? A white guy in downtown Atlanta at 3 a.m, or a black guy in Boston at downtown?
Right.
Since 1970.
No, I mean by the left standards of racism.
But it's not anymore. It's gay. It sucks.
Mark Wahlberg can't even beat up a Vietnamese person anymore.
That's what I mean.
Boston great again.
We all learn from our mistakes, okay? In life. In life, you either win or you learn, okay? Problem is, I win so much, I don't do a lot of learning. I'm basically illiterate, right? I win too much. So,
my favorite one.
Pennsylvania. Donald Trump won by 1.9%, okay? About 171,000 votes.
Amish.
Let's run through these numbers here, and Elaine the Brain and you and Bobby, the whole team, you did a lot of great work here. Some huge gains were made in urban areas in Pennsylvania. So let me give you some numbers. So Kamala, since 2020, she's down 1.5% as far as the votes in urban areas in Pennsylvania. Donald Trump is up 1.6%. That means the shift since 2020 toward Trump is 3.1%.
In urban areas.
In urban areas.
insane.
The fact that he gained at all, you would have thought, wouldn't you have thought, hey, Kamala Harris is going to do better than the really old white guy Biden in Philly, right?
Yeah.
In places like, no, she did worse. Yeah.
In terms of total votes, that was about 120,000 votes just in the urban areas that Trump gained. So if you look at the total that he won by, tons of that was in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is kind of mind-blowing, right? That Kamala Harris got less votes in the urban communities than Joe Biden. That's pretty crazy, considering that Joe Biden literally was close friends with the head of the KKK and stuff like that. Pretty wild. Why do you guys think that is? Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. I think it has something to do with white liberals not really thinking logically about these elections. They just see, oh, I'm a white liberal. I have white guilt. I must vote for the non-white woman. I don't even know what race she is anymore. I don't know. Native American woman that claims to be black. I guess I got to vote for that one versus the white guy. I don't know. I think it does come down to white guilt at the end of the day. And I think it comes down to these urban areas, African Americans and those groups of people realizing that they've been lied to and they've been manipulated and used as pawns in this game of politics in America. And they're just kind of tired of it. They're kind of tired of being used as these pawns. And then whenever they elect the people who claim to be on their side, they do nothing to help them out. In fact, they hurt not just them, but the entire country and the entire planet with the way that they govern. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this clip of Steven Crowder absolutely going nuclear on these woke idiots and just clowning on them. I mean, that's all you really have to do nowadays. It's glorious, right? Because now they make up all these ridiculous claims, they say these ridiculous things, and instead of us having to actually sit down and refute the things with evidence, it just doesn't matter anymore. We won. You can make up all the lies that you want. It doesn't matter. We'll just laugh at you because you sound ridiculous. You lost a popular vote. The country sees how ridiculous you are. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about this whole Steven Crowder versus the woke media situation.